required to be designed to get rid of the challenges which country is facing on the grassroots level, and those efforts are going to be recognized. This is a special moment wherein in different categories we are going to recognize these efforts. Besides this, we have also seen the हिंदी बाल कविता संग्रह, मैं हिंदी का है इसलिए हिंदी में बताना चाहूँगा। हर वर्ष अलग अलग विभागों को हिंदी पखवाड़ा मनाना होता है। 15 दिन का ये पखवाड़ा रहता है। उन 15 दिनों में हमने थोड़ा अग्रिम प्रयास करते हुए सभी केंद्रीय विद्यालयों में, सभी सीबीएसई एफिलिएटेड स्कूलों में एक सर्कुलर जारी करके बच्चों की मौलिक हिंदी कविताओं का आवेदन हमने मंगवाया। कविता मौलिक है या नहीं ये भी हमने परीक्षण करने के बाद अंतिम 100 कविताओं का एक छोटा वीडियो भी मंगवा के कैसा कविता पठन करते हैं, ये भी एक इसमें एक स्टेज था। और उसमें से बाद में चयनित कविताओं का 25 दिसंबर को हमारे आदरणीय श्री अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी के जन्मदिन पर बच्चों के द्वारा अटल बाल हिंदी कविता सम्मेलन किया गया। और उस सम्मेलन में जो एक परीक्षण का भाग था, विजेताओं को पुरस्कार राशि वगैरह दिया गया, लेकिन जो अंतिम 100 कविताएं जो संग्रहित रूप से तैयार की गई उनका ये संग्रह है। और आज सर आपके माध्यम से इसे विमोचन करके हर एक स्कूलों में ये हिंदी और भाषा का महत्व और उनके मौलिक विचारों को पुरस्कृत करने का एक हमारा अभियान है, वो आगे बढ़ेगा।
Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. And the initiatives that are being taken are being seen by the world. Now, coming to the most awaited part of today's session, जिसके लिए हम सब इंतजार में थे, the National IP Awards 2025.
Pandit ji, Srimati Himani Pandey ji, all the distinguished colleagues from the IP office or the entire ecosystem related to the IP sector, all the award winners for their fabulous achievements, ladies and gentlemen. Well, India is on a winning streak. We just won the T20 World Cup yesterday. And it was quite an engrossing, interesting match. And soon after that, we have the winners today. So it's a very fitting moment to recognize the contributions of our scientists, our innovators, our technocrats, the MSMEs who have done us proud, entrepreneurs, our agricultural institute or the IIT. And as each one of them are recognized for the work that they have done, for their achievements, we are not only recognizing them as ambassadors of New India, ambassadors of the India which embraces technology, which wants to be at the cutting edge of innovation in the world. But we are also hoping to give a message to all the others in the IP ecosystem that they all have to take up similar challenges, come up with path-breaking ideas, and I'm very confident that the award, for which I would like to compliment all the winners today, will encourage them to do better in the years to come, and will also encourage all the others to aspire to be on the stage for future years to earn the same recognition and respect that today's award winners have rightfully been recognized for. Friends, yesterday we also celebrated International Women's Day. And one cannot but recognize and place on record how important it is for us to integrate our sisters, our daughters, our women of substance into the innovation, into the IP ecosystem. I can clearly see more and more women coming out in the research field, with science and technology being their subject, being their focal point. We also have a focus on the role of youth and women in the IP ecosystem and the role of IP in giving a better quality of life for our citizens, for our youth, for our women. And ultimately it will have to be a collective effort where technology and innovation will help us in our efforts for ease of doing business, ease of living, giving a better future for our country, our citizens. At the same time, very clearly, our talent, our skills, the high number of STEM graduates that we produce every year, all of them will contribute to making India's ecosystem for innovation or intellectual property one of the finest in the world in the years to come. I must IPO and work towards bringing in that culture of fast-paced, efficient disposal of our IP applications. We had some challenges. We started on a very difficult note with shortage of staff, with very outdated technology, and of course, a huge backlog. A lot of that old backlog we have made an effort to clear. We are still facing some challenges in certain areas for which we are hiring new talent, skilling them, and preparing them to be able to take up all the pending cases Our idea is that the IP approval process, whether it's trademark or patent or copyright or design or GI, whatever, should be at least amongst the top 5 in the world, so that we can dispose of in a very judicious, fair, transparent and honest manner all requests that come to this office speedily, efficiently and effectively promote the culture of innovation, give a boost to the ideas that all of you come up with and help you in your journey, whether of innovation or brand building or taking technologies to market in a much faster way. Today we've seen some very interesting awardees. We've seen IIT Madras, who was recognized for very path-breaking work done by them. In fact, the incubation hub that they have created for startups is truly phenomenal. I mean, I visited that and I wish we could have 50 more of those. In fact, our department should seriously consider working with IIT Madras to upgrade some of the other incubation centers and see what testing equipment, what other equipment, what other facilities, co-working spaces, how we can help particularly the tier 2, tier 3 incubation centers, whether they are located in Sikkim or northern parts of India, any remote corners also. We must try and upgrade the incubation IIT, the incubation centers for supporting our startups. And IIT Madras can be an absolutely correct template for us to work with. I'm also happy that our women have also come up with licensing of new designs in a big way. And I would urge all those who have knowledge of any GI or any new design that may have been created by you or by your friends or by anybody in the ecosystem or something that you are aware is very traditional and unique to some part of India, to take it up for registration in the GI office. In fact, I think we really need to up our registrations in GI very speedily. We're still far behind. Looking at the diversity and the vastness of India, I think we should be having much more work on the GI front than what we are currently engaged with. Prime Minister Modi had recently said, and I'd like to quote, "The increase in patent applications in India is a sign of our youth's rising innovative zeal and a very positive sign for times to come." And I think it's important that we recognize that as we are seeing more enthusiasm amongst innovators to come up with new ideas, we are in fact giving a message to the world that this is going to be the center of innovation. India is going to be the land which will lead from the front in the future when it comes to coming up with newer technologies, newer ways of doing work, and ideas that will withstand challenges in the future and help in our effort for ease of living. In fact, some of the numbers speak for themselves. The Global Innovation Index, we are currently at 38th position. We were at 81 in 2015, and we've seen a dramatic improvement in our ranking in GII from 81 to 38. And I must commend the good work done to enable us to achieve success. In fact, in patent filing also, we have seen a growth of nearly 215% in the last decade, and our global ranking has also improved from 14th to 6th. All of these symbolize improvement, but also encourage us to aspire for more. Ye dil mange more. Friends, we must also look at how we can inculcate the spirit of inquiry, inquisitiveness at a young age in our children. Many of these things, probably at our age or as we grow older, becomes very difficult. I'm sure we've all heard that example of the young child, year-old child or very small child. When you throw him up in the air, he doesn't get scared. He has the confidence you'll catch him. He doesn't know what fear is. He's willing to take chances. He has trust. And he's full of life, full of happiness. When you throw him up, he's not sad. He's happy. It's that young, youthful energy that our school children have, that our college-going children have, that we need to tap, that we need to encourage to explore the unexplored, to navigate uncharted territory and uncharted waters. It is at that age where they have the ability to think out of the box much more than you and I, or many of us in this room, the older people, I mean, not the youngsters who are around. Our mind gets conditioned over the years as we are aging. It's that youthful mind which is willing to explore. And if we can, for example, we are setting up 50,000 new Atal Innovation Labs in schools that were announced in the budget. I think these are efforts to build that culture of innovation or that openness in mind at a young age that we from the government side are trying to do. But that cannot be done by the government alone or by government initiatives alone. It can better be done when there is a collective effort of all those who believe in India, all those who have been a part of the India growth story, particularly if we could look at simple ways in which we can contribute. Let's say our own school where we have studied from, all of us in this room, or our college. Suppose we were to spend a little time, a little effort as the alumni of whichever institution or school or college you have studied in, and maybe visit there or do a webinar or do a video conference to talk to children there, help them understand the value of innovation. आज के अवॉर्डीज को बहुत बहुत बधाई, मुबारकबाद, और कल के अवॉर्डीज को बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं. Thank you.
That catalyzes our youngsters and women to innovate. क्योंकि जब युवा और महिलाएं अनुसंधान और नवाचार के केंद्र में होंगे, तभी ज्ञान, सृजन और प्रगति का नया अध्याय आरंभ होगा. तो एक बार फिर से हम हृदय से आभार व्यक्त करते हैं सर, आपने अपना बहुमूल्य समय निकालकर हमें अपने प्रेरणादायक विचारों से अवगत करवाया. बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद. इसी के साथ आज का कार्यक्रम अपने समापन की ओर अग्रसर है. अब मैं यासिर सर से अनुरोध करना चाहूंगी कि वे धन्यवाद ज्ञापन प्रस्तुत